Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about a secret ending to the contract DLC that no one got to see, how the new Patriot mil spec is broken, and a handful of other things you had no idea about here in Grand Theft Auto Online. So let's just jump into it. One of the first things you might have noticed when you purchased your agency was that if you went to the garage, you would notice there would be an Anus Jubilee there. This is the SUV that is already attached to your agency that you can call if you're outside and that you can just use whenever you want. It's kind of a nice little perk. It's a free car that comes with the agency. Well, did you know there's actually two different variants of it, an armored one and a non-armored one? So when you buy your agency, if you actually purchase the vehicle workshop, it will come armored. If you don't purchase the vehicle workshop, it will still be there, but it will not be armored. That's something I didn't know about, I guess because I just automatically chose the vehicle workshop, and then you can't get rid of it once you have it, so I could never notice the difference. But in case you're wondering why some people have an armored one and some people don't, well, that's the reason. They just simply do or do not have a vehicle workshop in their agency. Now, let's talk about the brand new Patriot mil spec that was just added to the game. A lot of people really love this car, but there's one thing that's really wrong about this. It is the biggest vehicle in the game. And I'm not talking about biggest by size, I'm talking about biggest by polygon count. The fact that this vehicle has the highest polygon count in the game is a little strange. And this also means that if you had like a full lobby of people with the Patriot mil spec, it would actually cause the FPS in the game to drop significantly, because it would have to load all those polygons. I don't know if this was Rockstar experimenting for what they could possibly do and expanded and enhanced, but as it currently stands right now on the PC and the current console versions, it really does have an impact on the game. So if you notice that your game is a little bit slow or the FPS is a little bit lower, well, there might be a lot of people driving their Patriot mil specs around Los Santos. Moving on, the next thing that's kind of interesting is two things about Chop. Number one is his collar will actually change colors when you go into the agency multiple times. So I don't know why Rockstar has decided to do this. It would kind of make sense for him to have one collar or keep it green like it is in single player. But players have reported that they've seen it pink, yellow, green. So Chop's collar will change. He's just accessorizing. Chop is fashionable, so we can't hate on him for that. And I've also heard reports that Chop will actually make a mess in your agency. If you can catch what I'm saying here, he'll accidentally take a poop in the living room quarters of your agency, which actually does make the carpet a little bit dirtier. Now, I don't know who cleans it up. Franklin, Lamar, you, the secretary. We're not too sure, but that is one of the more interesting things that Rockstar decided to do, was make Chop a active part of the agency, which I know a lot of people love, but it also comes with having to clean up his poop. So hopefully you guys have no problem with that. Now, speaking of Franklin and Lamar, we obviously know we can see Franklin in the agency. He runs this whole thing, but Lamar can actually be seen hanging out in the agency as well. So if you just sort of walk around, it doesn't happen all the time, but if you walk around every now and then when you enter, Lamar will be hanging out in the agency, which is kind of cool because I had no idea that he actually did that. Anyways, let's move on. There's actually a secret ending to the contract DLC that we never got to see. It's an angle of Dr. Dre's final encounter with Johnny Guns. You guys know if you actually play that, you don't actually get to see Dr. Dre hitting him over the head with the golf club.
Get a hold of it, you know what I mean? Now that's a great club. And I tell you what, man. Bitch! Ass! Motherfucker! I don't even feel bad anymore. The demos are out there and there's nothing I can do about it. And you know what? Turns out, hey, golf does put me in a better mood. All right, can you give me a ride home? I got something I want you to hear. Let's ride.
I guess Rockstar thought this would have been a little bit too much for people to see, because you don't actually get to see it. You just get to see him whacking him on the back, but then as soon as he ends up hitting him over the head, the angle ends up changing. But in this video clip that you're looking at right here, recorded by a user Rolsha, Apparently, there was actually supposed to be an angle like this that you were going to see. But Rockstar, at the last minute, ended up switching it up, and I can kind of understand. It's kind of got some Last of Us vibes here, and I don't know if Rockstar just thought, oh, that might have been a little bit too much. We probably shouldn't show that, and so they ended up switching it at the last minute. But that's something that you might not have known about, sort of a secret camera angle that shows what happens to Johnny Guns at the end of the Contract DLC. Moving back to the agency, a handful more things that actually happen here. Number one, if it's raining outside and your character enters the agency steps, like if you go up the stairs, they'll actually become wet and they'll start squeaking, which is a kind of a cool, like, little detail. So next time it's raining in game, you should definitely try it out for yourself, and you guys should see if you get that same, like, wet floor stair sound effect, which is kind of cool. Another thing that's kind of cool is you can also call your mechanic in the agency to request a car. This is really nice. So if you're in the agency, you know you want a vehicle, but you don't want to have to go outside and then call the mechanic. Well, luckily for you, Rockstar allows you to do it inside the agency, and when you exit outside, your car will be waiting for you. So I'm not sure how often you guys will use that, but it will save you probably about 30 seconds or so. I really think that's a nice quality of life change, so well done there by Rockstar. And last but not least today, this is kind of a fun Easter egg on Franklin's computer. He has a program up called Zit. And if you're looking at this right now saying like, that looks kind of familiar, well, that's because Zit is now officially a parody of Spotify. So we had known what the in-game brand Zit was for a long time, but it never really had like an official use. Well, now we do, because on Franklin's computer, he's totally using it as Spotify. Like if you pull up Spotify on your computer right now, it's going to look really similar to that. So I just think that's kind of cool. A nice little Easter egg that you simply might not have known about here in Grand Theft Auto Online. But anyways, that's all I've got for you guys in this video today. Sort of a secret angle ending of the Contract DLC, the new Patriot mil-spec being completely broken, and a handful of other little fun facts that you might not have known about. As always, I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Let me know what you think about everything we discussed in this video today, and a whole lot more. Or better yet, if you'd like to reach out to me on my Facebook page, over there you can send messages, photos, videos, and more. So get in touch with me in those comments or on the Facebook page. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.